What I loved about the first Deus Ex is that it was one of the first games around that were really acknowledging you existing in the world where you were evolving and exploring. It was a game in which what you were doing mattered and people were reacting to your actions, whether you were brutally violent or you were just going in places you shouldn't go, like in the ladies' restrooms and things like that. And back in the day, I felt, oh my God, I'm not just a ghost anymore, just evolving in a kind of a static environment. No, it's a living, breathing world that really acknowledges my presence and acknowledges my actions. And that is so empowering that it always stayed with me. There was a lot of people thinking that making a Deus Ex game might not be possible anymore or something like that. And so I was thinking about all those aspects, and I asked myself the question, do I think I can bring something to the franchise? If the answer is no, then don't do it. But if the answer is yes, it's a unique chance in a lifetime. So I thought I could bring something on the table, therefore I said yes. And some people thought I was crazy. We got some feedback from the original Deus Ex team with Human Revolution. During the development, we had one of the writers on the original team read our script, and he did some consulting with us on some of the lore of the world and everything. We spent a couple of days together, and then he went away, and the last thing he said before leaving, he said, "Guys, don't f this up." And we took his advice seriously. It was the best advice ever. So where are we taking Deus Ex? Well, hopefully if we do our job well, it's to bring Deus Ex to the next level in terms of realization, make it more shiny in a certain way. Like Human Revolution was quite a broad game with a lot of content. Sometimes it could be a little bit rough on the edges in terms of cutscenes, some animations. I think the production value could have been higher, and that's something that with the next game we want to bring that production value to the next level, to make it feel more polished, more fluid. We also want to improve the combat experience without breaking the stealth, because on the stealth part I think we really have a lot of good foundations and everything, but combat was a risky proposition in Human Revolution for a lot of players, and this time around we want to make sure that combat is as viable as stealth can be, and that you can be a little bit more daring in your actions and have some rewards.
In Human Revolution, you guys got criticized a bit for the boss fights. Did you feel that criticism was fair?
Absolutely. The boss fights were breaking the game design rules we had for the entire game. I spoke with fans after the release of the game, and some of them told me, like, why do you hate us so much? It was so painful. Mainly those players were stealth players, because the other fans I was talking to that were more like combat-oriented players, they were coming to me, I don't understand why you get so much flack for the boss fights, because they were quite easy and everything. With Mankind Divided, it's all going to be about options. There's no more Deus Ex Human Revolution boss fights. We really want to push the choices and consequences further, like having more short-term and long-term ramifications on the critical path, how you influence the story, how it's being told and everything. We really want to let players get rewards that go with their investment. It's all about pushing the envelope and making sure that we're making a Deus Ex game that is going to best the last one. For me, it's really exciting because it's a world that is so rich. The human dramas that are explored in that universe are compelling to me, like exploring what it means to be human, what it means to be a human in a transhumanist world, and how it changes our daily lives, how it changes the ethical questions that we ask and everything, and exploring all those themes and all those questions through the humans or the characters of Deus Ex. It allows us to explore a little bit about who we are as human beings, and I think that's what keeps it fresh for me, because there's always a new angle to explore those questions, and we can make games about that. That for me, it always stays fresh, because I think in the end it's not about the technology, it's not about all the cool gadgets, it's about us.